Hi everybody, this is our next training course for MYOB, tutorial 14, which is all about adjusting inventory. Now what I want to do is just have a look at inventory and show you my report now that all the other items have been added. Because last video I had only entered in 2 of the items and I had asked you to enter in the remaining amount. So I'm just going to bring up this report now and show you my report, which should be identical to the report that you have. So obviously this report here says that we have got the following items. We have the following item units on hand or in stock. And the total value is as follows, which is simply based on 10 items by $9 per item being the average cost. So that's all that, and then you've got your current price, obviously, which is the selling price. Okay, so 2055 is what our total value of assets for inventory should be. So that's all good. Today we're going to be looking at how to worry about stock control, which is all about inventory adjustments. So how this all works is you've probably heard companies usually every year they do a stock take or a stock count. So the principle behind that is that they have got in their systems what they should have in the warehouse in terms of items and numbers. But what they want to do is double check that that is actually accurate. So they actually go physically count exactly what items they have in their warehouse. Because obviously what happens in most organizations is certain items are either spoilt, if it's food, for example, out of date, or it get damaged if they're fragile items and get thrown away, or they may go on a walk. Unfortunately, people take things as well when they shouldn't. So this obviously doesn't get captured in the system, and hence, in order to accurately have a system which knows exactly what items are on the floor, a physical stock take is done, and then that stock take balance, or the amounts that we have counted, get compared with what our MYOB system says, and the differences we put an adjustment in. So, for example, let's just say we had 10 Inc. 500s, right? But we done a stock take and we found that we only have 9 of those items. One got damaged or whatever. Then we'll have to do an adjustment for the one. So we'll do a -1 adjustment, and then we'll put that into a shrinkage and spoilage expense account, because that's actually costing us money now. So that's the concept. Let's work through the exercise. We'll go to inventory first of all. And we want to go to the adjust inventory icon, which is over here. And I'm going to do the first one. So in the first exercise, we've got, due to theft, P400 has been reduced by 5 items. We need to use an expense account for shrinkage spoilage, which we may need to add. It may not be there already. So I'm just going to put in as a memo, theft P400, 5 items. Now here I'm going to find my code for that item. So it's P400. And this is the important one. The quantity I'm reducing by is -5. So I have to put in as -5, and the unit cost will come up automatically. And the account is shrinkage and spoilage. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to notice that I don't have that account here, which is 6500. Okay, so I'm going to therefore create new. That's an expense account. 500, shrinkage and spoilage. Which is an exact account for what we're dealing with. Now, in terms of GST, I'm going to put NT because we're not actually selling, or we're not making or selling anything here. We're just simply making an adjustment. So I'm going to go back over to here, 6-50, what was it again? 6 dash. Yeah. Oh, here it is, 6,500. Okay, so that's the first one done. I now come to the second line item. This time I've got due to a promotional. Okay, the exercise saying is to create a separate journal for each transaction. Now we can actually put it in the one, but as per the exercise, let's follow it. Let's record that and put another journal entry in. This time, additional item was sent to us, and this is fluid 1. So this time around, it's going to be a positive 1, and this time it's not a shrinkage or spoilage account because we've actually received an additional amount. So we're going to put this into our inventory. And then we've got the third one, which is staff mismanagement. And we're looking at item Inc. 100. And this time around, we've lost 2 items. So we've got -2, and it's the shrinkage and spoilage account again. What was that amount? What was that code again? 6,500. Okay, so that's that. So that's the third exercise entered. Now I'm going to have a look at my report to make sure it's accurate. So go to reports, inventory, and it's the first report over here. And 201.15 50 is what we're looking for, which is correct. So that's all good. We agree with that. Now, just to show you, if you had made a mistake, so let's assume here that instead of putting -5, you made it a +5, and you want to fix your error. You need to come into your transaction journal. So you can come over here, transaction journal, inventory. There's our these are the transactions that we did for the shrinkage, spoilage, and additional items. If you make a mistake, you click on the arrow and you fix this up. Now, at the moment, I can't edit this because my preferences are set in the following way. Transactions can't be changed, it must be reversed. I'm going to take a tick off that. And now, this will enable me to edit. So if I made a mistake, I can go in here and fix the error. Okay, so that's if you make a mistake. So that's this exercise done. It was a very quick and easy one. And we will cover the next exercise shortly. Thank you for listening.